Today we're making some super fudgy, absolutely delicious, low-calorie brownies. And when I say low-calorie brownies, I mean it. Each one of these has just 27 calories. And as I've been losing a little bit of weight, they've quickly become one of my go-to dessert recipes to make myself. So first thing I do to make these is add around 1/3 of a cup or 30 grams of some unsweetened cocoa powder to a large bowl. Then I'm gonna add a scoop or 30 grams of a vanilla whey casein blend of protein powder. And I'm gonna say this again because it's super important. For best results, definitely make sure you use a whey casein blend of protein powder for these low calorie brownies. Anyway, the next thing I'm gonna do is add around 3 tablespoons or 27 grams of a 0-calorie sweetener. And today I went with this confectioners blend by Swerve. Then after I've added that in there, I'm gonna add around 1/4 cup or 30 grams of some flour, 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Now I'm gonna whiskify all those ingredients together until they combine. And then after I've got that looking good, I'm gonna set that bowl aside and start working on the wet ingredients. And as you're seeing here, the first wet ingredient I'm prepping is gonna be some eggs, and more specifically egg yolks. And if you're wondering why we're not gonna use the whites to make these brownies, it's because if we do, we're gonna end up with more of a cake consistency instead of a brownie consistency. So that's why we're just using the yolks. Anyway, after we've got those prepped, we're gonna add around 1/2 cup or 121 grams of unsweetened applesauce to a large measuring cup, along with the egg yolks that we got ready just a second ago, as well as a 1/2 cup or 168 grams of some 0-calorie liquid sweetener. And if you're wondering which liquid sweetener I went with to make my low-calorie brownies, I used this liquid allulose by Wholesome. Now, the last thing I'm gonna add is 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of vanilla extract, and then I'm gonna get out my whisk and whisk all those ingredients together until they combine. Then when they do, I'm gonna pour them into the dry ingredients that I prepped just a second ago, and I'm gonna give them a mix with a rubber spatula until they combine and form a thick brownie batter like this. Then when I've got that going on in the bowl, I'm gonna pour that low-calorie brownie batter into a 10x7 baking tray that's been lined with parchment paper and coated with baking spray. And then I'm gonna evenly spread the brownie batter out in there and pop the brownies in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 15 to 18 minutes. Then after the brownies are done baking, I'm gonna let them cool down on the tray that I baked them in, slice them into 16 individual size servings, and enjoy them.